Hundreds of thousands of homes worth an estimated $180 billion are sitting in flood-prone areas. This is according to a new report from the Ministry for the Environment and Stats NZ. Alison Collins is Chief Science Advisor at the Ministry for the Environment and joins me this morning. Alison, good morning.
Morning, Ryan.
Where are these houses?
They're across the country in our low-lying coastal areas in the majority. Yes, as you say, about 219,000 homes worth up to $180 billion in assets are in flood zones. And for us, the report having this good evidence really helps us to think about where we build and where not to.
Do you put when you publish the report, do you put on the maps where the flood-prone areas are? I mean, these homeowners will already know this information, presumably.
Some will. The flood maps and the estimates are across the country. They're not at property level, but that's the intent, is to try and provide as much transparency over the risks so that we can make informed decisions about where we buy, where we invest, where we build.
What about for those who are living there now? Do we move entire towns? What is the latest thinking on how you actually, I mean, it's one thing to not build somewhere you know is flood prone, but it's another to have a house built there already.
So we don't look at that in the report. The report is really pulling together the evidence so that people are aware of the risks and can think about where to invest, and also to think about being more aware as we move into the future. So, for example, having this sort of information is really helpful for adaptation plans, for insurance companies, and for thinking about spatial planning so that we don't make the same mistakes as we have done in the past.
And this is talking about the warmth, the temperature of the ocean. 34%, the New Zealand oceans warming 34% faster than the global average. Why is that?
It's all about geography. We've got islands in the middle of the South Pacific, so we have ocean circulation and currents that mean that we're quite exposed to any changes in circulation systems. As you say, our ocean is warming 34% faster than the global average. And the west of the North Island spent 88% of 2022 in marine heatwave conditions. So it's quite significant. We're seeing similar patterns in Australia as well.
Have we seen this happen before in history?
Across time, we have seen heat waves, and we've recorded some of those. But I think it's the intensity and the frequency that's increasing that is probably of concern to us.
So what's the point of the report? We know that if you live by the ocean, global warming's happening, sea level's rising, you're probably a bit buggered. What's the point? What new are you telling us, Alison?
So none of this is breaking news. It's putting all this information into one place, connecting the dots so that people are aware of what's at risk, what matters, and then also what we can do about it. So alongside the technical report, which does paint a pretty big, bleak picture, we have a companion report which outlines some of the positive actions that people are taking to control what we can and adapt to what we can. So in the report, for example, we've got really nice case studies about how communities have worked together in the Kaipo and Moana to control sediment, to have farm plans, to plant native species. We've got examples from the science sector where we're investing in research to breed climate-resistant finfish so that they're more tolerant to warming. And we're looking at also with Auckland Council, some of their experiences of working with the community and investors to think about shoreline adaptation plans, so you can think 100 years ahead and think about where's best to invest, where's best to build. So these are some positive actions that we can take, and I very much appreciate that this is big. Climate change can feel very big, but having the information and the evidence makes us much more able to make good informed decisions.
All right. I always think, Alison, you don't want to buy right on the beachfront anymore, but then also whenever it rains, you get the slips on the hills. So it's like, well, where do you buy?
Yeah, it is overwhelming, but all I can say is that the more we have the evidence in front of us, the more that we have transparency over the risks, the better decisions that we can make.
Appreciate your time this morning, Alison Collins, Chief Science Advisor for the Ministry for the Environment.